couldn't agree more. Let's get this show on the road. I'm really looking forward to this. This is quite an interesting game, because I actually think both of these sides have shown life. I mean, especially 9, right? 9, one of the biggest underdogs in towards this tournament. What a run they had against Na'Vi, and what a fight in towards mid. We spoke a lot about this yesterday. Against Na'Vi, 9, when they're moving their way in towards elbow, CEST is relentlessly aggressive. And hey, there's a little bit more of that.
Okay. So already 2 casualties, bodies starting to pile up. And 9 still biding their time, sitting pretty. I mean, they've got all the control of the at least flow of frags that they need. And South Seoul's going to leave his back exposed. Oof. Tried to play with a slight window there, but Rouse will deal with it. And now you just explode out onto the A site. Smoke pluming towards deep CT, restricts vision for Alice. It's got to be so much more of a hero play, realistically, if anything's going to come back in favour of Gentlemates in this pistol now.
2 versus 5. How do you actually find any sort of form to give this a go? It was next to impossible. Realistically, 9 would have to gift this to them. So safe to say, feels unlikely. Alice just going to tap. Spots 1 close boxes. Which can't break this down, though. There really isn't. The opportunities in the flank was brewing. CEST to find Alex. And that'll be that. Davy just saving the dualies and the half armor. He was a bit of a raid boss in towards this one. So there's no point giving it a look in. He wants that half armor for the next round. 9 kickstart their campaign here in the lower bracket. And they do it well.
Will he still have out these 2 22s in his shoes, though, come the end of the round? They wanted to try run him down, but won't overstep the boundary, so let that one tick on through. So like you say, the chest on his vest in the Kevlar will be carried over.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
For everyone, it's good to be back, and it's been bloody good watching these games. Obviously, we're 1 round in now, right? 9 taking that pistol. I'm curious to see how good they're looking today, mate. We had high hopes from yesterday, but I don't really think they, showed us what we were truly expecting was capable.
I agree. It's a really interesting one for both of these 2 sides, especially in the life cycle that they're in. They're trying to bridge that gap into that tier 1.5, but it feels like they're not quite there just yet. We'll see. Davy G finds one's cracking quick on the response. I mean, a lot of damage has been dealt towards 9 here. So getting in towards a plantable position actually feels quite difficult.
They're trying to thread the needle of finding a middle. I mean, if Davy G goes down here, well... If he goes down being the operative word, the angle wasn't covered. I mean, Temple exposed. Modo at least lights out reaction back round to adjust his crosshair on Donut, but now it becomes a little bit more sheepish, doesn't it? You've got to quickly make that heads up call for the rotate. Bomb does look to be going back over towards B swiftly with Rouse taking the red room fight. It's a solo move. He goes down. Questions called now. He doesn't want to run the risk. He's going back the way. You're still here though. Alex is in position. It should be as easy as that.
Well played. Well done. It's a nice little patience play there from Gentlemates.
Yeah, it felt really, punctual with how they played it versus Na'Vi. The early defaults making the utility like it did screw over Na'Vi multiple times. Here, I know it's kind of early into it, but Gentlemates feel like not only they got their number a little bit, they've got that slight edge when you're looking at the aim skill right now. They're fresh in the game.
Hang on. Nice shot with my Modo. Let's go forward. Davy trying to catch him across. He obviously hears all his information, but he can't hit that shot. Laser. Reaction's good. Modo caught a swing. Finds the healthier player of Roll. So CEST, who's still reeling, and Kraken's not exactly doing much better. Actually a really difficult 3 versus 3 for 9. Bomb goes down, sure, but this post one's really, really easy to break down, it feels.
Is it the right team for the job? The Gentlemates have been able to recover these sites relatively easily in the past here on Ancient. CEST with the first adjustment shot. Silences, Mopars, and now it becomes far harder. Time ticking away. It's the additional presence that's looming over you. Smoke up onto the donut. Martinez hits that one. Ooh, one's not enough, but only 1 man left alive. Could be the prime factor to deny it. Spam through the smoke from CEST, but they're already on.
So yeah, so far, So good for Gentlemates. Obviously, it seems like a lot of prep had gone into what they were doing against LV and how do we break them down. First fight. CJ, how he doesn't get that kill, I do not know. Crosshair was absolutely on, but while blinded, Sorcel opens it up.
And he lives for those.
Yeah.
Those are usually commonplace, mate. That's where it becomes more of a worrying sign, right? If he's not able to be that crowbar we know he can be for this team. Ooh, the issues could amass. G inside and Donuts here gets the #1. Further frags as it claps back onto Kragan. At least for now, a brief moment of respite. You've got yourself the 4 versus 3, but look at the placement here. Mopos in the back line towards lane, so on target as well. Oh man, the predictor on that. Pre-placement, visualizing the frag, hits the head instantly. And 9 again, just in such a slippery slope of a round. You can't get the bomb. Playing on the back foot in a 2 versus 3. Need to effectively be presented these 1v1s. They can just play off each other now. It'd be miraculous, mate, if Faven and Rouse can find a way to answer the question of this one.
Okay. Faven caught Martinez. That's a sharp shot by him. And all on Rawls, gonna lead by example. He sees all 3. Rawls gonna get all 3 as well. What a spray down by him. Patience pays off in a virtue. That is so well done.
Laser focus, mate, in terms of angles watch. You had bottom mid covered, donut covered. They were suspicious of lane at the right timing. Comes to the 3 versus 1. Everyone's like, yeah, it's just gonna be bottom. Anyway, forget about the round. It was rough for them. They're going to want to try and move on to better things. Quick hit towards the bomb site, and already this does look far better than AO. Mass advantage in a battle of attrition. 2 players left for 9 side, hoping to plant that bomb. It looks like they've just got it down.
All right. Faven wasn't expecting that second as well as Mopos comes through. There's too many angles to clear there, unfortunately.
I think for 9, though, they need a sponsor right now. Got to get someone to wake them up a little bit, mate.
Yeah.
Splash of water in the face, dial back into it, because it does feel a bit more uncomfortable. Going to break the smoke towards mid here. Wow. Even seeing that one from his perspective, it feels like it's been sped up. Quick hit. CJ's still breathing, but he's got to get these picks. There's one. How much more can they actually find? 9 at least in a 4v4 now.
Okay. Mopos. Hold your bread. Yeah, he's dead. 3 people holding for exactly that. There was no way. If he maybe could have gone 1 for 1, it would have really helped out the situation that they're in. But 9, numbers advantage. They head back towards this B site. I sort of lead by example here. Veteran. I need to show a bit of that veterancy, but it's Rawls on the flip side who finds him. And I think that might close this round out. For Martinez and Sorcel, unfortunately, there's just nothing they can really do here. So they got to shell up and save. Molly's going to force him out towards the open. There's no one even remotely close to support. So he goes down for nothing. He would have loved a shot, but he's not given that. The spam is so close, but not to be. Rawls and Faven are combining. And this round once again feels over before it even really begins.
So scrappy as well. South Seoul just willing to fight the world here out towards middle. And like you say, I mean, that's the more pressing issue, right? Is it doesn't really matter realistically the round itself. We've got true control of the bomb site with now a path we can happily rotate with the bomb with. And they knew about you. Trapped on the extremities towards A there.
Was worrying me for a second there as well. CJ a couple of times, just wiping a bit of sweat off his hands. He just take his mouse. Oh, they both turn around. And now it's about who can hit each other. Nades traded, they're both doing exactly the same thing, but CJ has the advantage and wins that fight. Continue to scale if they want. Sorcerer is here. 1, looks for a second. Quite found as Rawls catches ahead. He continues to be really impressive mechanically, Rawls. And already, they're sort of locked out from the side. They're going to give fights over towards the AWP though, and somehow Martinez double scoped missed. That should seal the deal here. An MP9 and M4 as Mopos moves his way forward. But I can't see a world in which they find this. There is the first there, but it might just be nothing more than a consolation. That is brutal. He wishes he could have avoided some mistakes. Of course, we can. Scope.gg. Oh, boys. Close, they're going to clear him. Hard clear by Ron. Drive by around that corner. The MP9 of Sorsel. Oh, he has the shadow advantage too, and he still can't find the kill.
Oh, had the mechanic for it. The intuitive reaction for the flick, but the delivery of the bullet not going to connect. Alex with the timing could put them in a shallow grave here. Sleeping with the fishes back towards T-spawn. Modo posted on the lip of the ledge. Battles back from the bricks and at least finds that one. More pressure now for Gentlemates. It goes from them being able to fragment the rotate to being in the reality of the situation. The 2 versus 4. Yes, players are low on 9. They've got map control. You say that, timing on it is absolutely everything. Catching the back to Vijay, deals with Seajot. Rouse gets popped. Modo clashes with the AWP, and it's all on him to clutch it now. AK scavenged 1v2 to give them an advantage, but he doesn't know. The tight left angle, Neo. It could all go so wrong. And one bullet makes the difference to tie us up 6-6. Who's going to take the lead at the end of the half? We'll find out after the break. He thrives on these plays. He's handy with the dual Berettas. So let's see if he can hold them back. Questions made, though, for Gentlemates not committing to the rush through cave. They get info from the peak. Hefty grouping in there. They're in a prime spot to mount a retake before the bomb's even on the site.
Oh my god, Kraken hunted them down with those duel. He's got the support of Modo as well. Flashstone will come over to sort of try and keep him at bay. We've run out of ammo, and the duelies take a long time to reload. Thankfully, Modo's there to bail out his teammate. Oh my god, Sorsel gets 2 and extends a lifeline as Alex adds another to the tally. The last man of Raul is now a known quantity. Gentlemates, all we have to do is play time. We don't even need to fight anymore. Rawls, what a shot. I said mechanically he's been good, but he just doesn't clear Moppos on that close left.
Yeah, setting a precedent now. You've really got to do an awful lot off the back of this one. And yeah, mate, if the guns are coming out for Rouse, you know, he's ready. He's feeling hot. Feisty on the server, turning up the tempo though, and the temperature with the mollies towards bottom mid, but South Soul fighting through the flames, slashes back for 2. Gory connections on the Galil, and stalemating what could have potentially been an advantage for 9 on their opening here on the CT side. Instead, looking to recover from this one. Ooh. Pop up, say hello. Mopos wants none of it. Quick shot to the cranium, and Fathom to be tested as the sole defender towards B.
Nine are in trouble. They've got to win this round just to keep some form in their favor. Envil spam's good. Fathom gets it with the final few bullets. Sorsel was low. So I guess it's the easiest kill of the bunch. Tap on towards the block, trying to bait out the fight, but he's baited in towards that cubby where Martineza holds. And Rolls, there's just no chance. He's falling all the way back, and he's just going to sit tight in towards Donut. He can't give this one a look in. Doesn't even have a kit. So it's Gentlemate up to a 9th. If Martinez can upgrade that Galil as well to anything, AK, M4, whatever it may be, pretty happy with that. Ross in trouble now as well. He's spotted, so saving feels like it could be hard to come by. Just hit the shot, though, at the very least. It looks like he might just get out of dodge, but it won't mean 9 are out of dodge, right? They're now 3 rounds behind. Gentlemate's 4 rounds away, quite rapidly off the back of him. You shouldn't be getting led by your IGL. Seajot close. He's spotted, but Daviji goes for an early spray off the back of that Bugle Precon. That'll be at the cost of his life, and too many bodies to fight for, so Sorsel will also fall.
3 Musketeers of Gentlemates remain to try and piece the play together. Still got time, just got to put the pieces in the right order. 1 and 6 seconds, smoke goes over, block off the line of sight, make it more uncomfortable for Rouse once again, but he just watches his teammate get blown to bits through the smoke. Seajot with a dink. The reaction time's good, but the A1S betrays him on the headshot. That AK, all it needs is 1. And now they've got the edge. 9 again, forced into a very uncomfortable retake in an outnumbered situation. constantly bobbing to try and keep themselves above water on this map. Smoke over towards cave side. Good read from Rouse, but he's not ready for the actual peak. Kragan dives onto the bomb site. Spam Wild hits that one time. Starting to be cut short, though. Has to go fast. And Martinez explodes out. And the team is amped up. It really has been paying off massively for them. Good to see the adaptations firsthand, but by the hand of Seeger, well, you find the impact that maybe 9 needed. Rouse as well. Oh, the instant dink, mate. Aim punch says hello. Barrel goes swinging, and the bomb site doors wide open.
It's a tough watch, Jackie. It really is. They're squandering chances. Alex, what worries me here is he has the ability, and what we've seen in his few instances of fights where he can hit some heads. Martinez, he'll hears, but Alex fumbles. Martinez quick on the trade. Uh-oh, 2 versus 1. And Kraken called upon once again. Tap on towards the plant. No commit. He's sneaking his way forward. What an aptly timed Molotov, though, to allow that plant. And a nade to soften him up as well. Oh, I think this one might have slipped away once again from 9. They now know where he is. A swing and a hit. It's a home run for Sorcel and for Gentlemate.
And it's the difference as well, of course, in the body language, mate. That's the thing. Don't forget, it's lower bracket, no safety nets under this. You're playing for keeps. Gentlemates are showing that. Whereas 9, far quieter than what we had yesterday. CJot's been trying to bring it back. The energy is shown here. Quick maneuvers for the first. They get a double up, but there's rapid trades, and Gentlemates are gunning them down. 3v3. Withstand this, or it's a bust on the first map for 9.
This fight is everything for Sorcel. He's made noise as well. They know he's here. He could be in trouble. He's got to hit one of these shots at the very least. This crossfire, there's no chance in hell. Favin will see him off. And they didn't even clear close left as well. So they might not even expect the second.
Guaranteed death on the setup, and it works well. And you're right, maybe that detail is going to be the devil that will come back to haunt them here. Are they aware of these angles? Suspicious about ramp. Martinez looking back towards CT as well on the left-hand side. Barrel might give the game away. Rouse has seen it. Quick peek. Smart thinking from Martinez as always. And the bullet is primed on target. CJot has been the difference maker. The A1S nearly taking him down on contact. Oh, the tag's there, but it's not enough to finish him. Gentlemates with a big victory on that one. They were in charge of the game the whole damn time.
Yeah, they were.
Thanks so much, Frankie. You were spot on, Frankie, as you aptly put it. They've really grabbed this series by the balls. That's what we were seeing back on the first map. And I think it's fair to say now, if they keep up that level of play here onto Nuke, it could be all Gentlemates all the way through the lower bracket. Nothing friendly here, though, is it? Instant bullet to the face of Alex.
Yeah, what do we expect? I mean, it's going to be a whole different showing from 9, that's for sure. Oh, the dualies. This could be a massacre here. There's a couple of low players. CJ was bounding round, but he was nervous to round that corner. And Mopos of the P2K is actually managed to get in the backlines a little bit. This could be very awkward. They're trying to pincer this. Dooley's also here top side. Rolls, got to hit the shot. Thankfully, the trade from Favin comes through quick. The numbers stay in favor. They're looking to set up. P2K can't connect. And it's all on the shoulders of Sorcel in a 1 versus 4. No chance for this man. He's hoping for the easy ones. And, well, there's one of them. 2 of the players are unbelievably low. So if you can find CJ, this round comes completely back on.
Oh, there was a chance, mate. Difference of target priority, spot on, right? Gets that one off. Opportunity of maybe someone fumbling the headshot, weird off angle from the verticality. Already pushed up close towards the ramp doorway with support of Alex. They want to go for the reposition, boost up top, try and throw the hitbox off, spam down from head height. Can sometimes catch you sleeping. Alex close on the off angle. They don't even find it. They've got no idea about the second man yet either and won't need him. Alex handles it on his own, even with a read of Kragan potentially bubbling through the back. The one pick at least there was the AWP being forced out. They'll need to recover that or rebuy it. But for what it is, this could be a brilliant first round on the board. I'm
pretty sure as well, unfortunately, Rolls, he had a molly in hand, which is that one that gets thrown on towards the floor. It's all panicked, it's flustered. Kragan, so there's one less thing you have to reinvest into. They do have money to work with next round 9, but it's not flush with cash where they could buy that AWP. for Llama Yuto and all the rest. So you do have to have a really decent CT side.
You've got to be crisp with it. You know, even if you've got a quality T half mate, looking lackluster on CT can make a world of difference between a healthy series or even just a brutal map you want to forget about. So we'll see here what the recovery's like. Obviously, with that all being snatched away and passed over to Modo, they've got a little bit more firepower with range. Multiple smokes put down outside. You get the backline pop from Martinez that doesn't need the AWP. A1S does the job just fine on the pre-fire. CJOT falls first.
But into the lobby itself, no one's home. This is a really, really strong position. They know now initially where they're trying to end. Shadow spotted, drop down, and Alex full blind finds Kraken all the same. That's a bit of a tilter. Can he get more behind it? Might be the case, but Rawls will see him off with the help of a molly.
It's a bumpy path here in the 5th round. It's been somewhat uncomfortable for either team. Mopod's still got his eye line set further up, expecting the push down from the nest, but it's Fabin that's on ground level, being able to open up the site. Awkward for David G with the spam. Does recover, realizes he didn't finish him off, shuts down Modo for good, nade into the back, severs the HP. In this 2v2, you got to be repping the CTs for it. It's uncomfortable on the peak, but Sao Solve, 100 health in the 1v1, just has to be definitive about this. Tries to clear round towards the left side. Rouse laser focused on it. Time ticking away as well. It's now or never. Back turn to the site. So paranoid. Not happening today.
Outside smokes. And they're shift walking behind the right in front of you. Yeah, I was going to say, I was waiting for him to realize that Pixel was a person. Fabin will fall across towards outside. They do get there, but Modo, CJOT down as well. Okay, Modo's taking that damage on that cross. So 5 versus 3, Gentlemate's finally looking like a decent round here.
Ooh, it could be. Could still go pear-shaped though. Kraken! Oh, mate! The turn and burn. Timing there, though. Look at the difference. A window of opportunity as Modo slivers back round through the vents. No, they might not know that he's edging his way down the stairs. You can peek in through double, line up the spam with the M4, and slay Rouse. From Kraken making a blinding play to open this one, it's just him left to watch it slip through his fingertips.
It will be Gentlemates up to a second. But still, we need this to be a bit of a catalyst to further success, right? You know, we saw them get around earlier, and it was just a flash in the pan it made. He probably gets one. I feel like Kraken at this point won't clear this. You'd assume. Oh my god, he does. What a reaction. Alex had the chance to technically have a fight against all 5, and he's the first to fall.
That's a real gut wrench up. It's going to kick you. It's going to kick you right in the knee. Swift boot, mate, to the knee on that one. I mean, it's the fact that, like you say, right, it could have been such an easy domino effect there. The nade just shallow on the break of the smoke would have given him crystal clear vision. Instead, plays it too slow and a peek out, cracking with the reactions. Even that was a gem of a connection. But it's the fact that it causes this very sore state for Gentlemates. You're able to get into that round, secure the bomb, effectively walk away probably with 2 exits here as bonus as well. Luckily, it's Kraken, the lower HP man, so he loses the duel. But still, the only benefit they're going to get out of this then will be the 4 weapons they went into the round with.
Yeah, no. It is true, actually, when... For Gentlemates, the real story so far of this first half is just not capitalizing upon opportunities. Martinez will find CJOT, Source will get rolls as well. So, at the very least, there's consolations at the tail end, and it's an inexpensive round. And again, another opportunity or another kind of moment where we find a round and it's a flash in the pan. We don't get anything back to back.
Yeah, the disconnect where it's just a one-off blip where you can't actually find sustainability to make a lead, to build that economy. It's a real fickle mistress at times as well, just being on the CT side of the cash flow problems anyway. So this adds so much more to have to factor in, especially when there's a CJOT in your domain. He's already made his move in through Garage and got the first pick on the board. It's Davey G. It's someone that's a bit of a clutch factor, right? A multi-kill machine who's been silenced round in, round out. It's down to the usual suspects that have been playing well this map, sure, but they need to do so much here. 2 versus 3 for the retake. Modo finally gets the bomb down. Alex cauterized off. You got the smoke up, blocking vision. Nate to break it, uncomfortable with the utility thrown. And Martinez given no chance to peek in and create space for the retake. Start to turn up the temperature a little bit. Info play back out though. It's a good read from Gentlemate, suspecting maybe it's just a setup on T-Roof from 1. Could have an adaptation here. We can get down towards lower in time, as they've only just got round towards vent. It's Alex with the angle. Could be a one and done. Gets contact, tries to stay alive, drops the bomb. Only the first, but it's bought a little bit of time for the rest to arrive, and there's only 15 seconds left for 9.
Swing cost him his life, and it does. Same for Fabian, but CJ and Rolls will combine in their own regard at the time. 4 seconds. He has to get the kills, and he can't. Round 1 is trying to escape with his life intact. Tech 9 for Fabian. Hey, I popped towards the top side. That can still be scary. Gentlemates, all I'm asking, one instance of back-to-back rounds, and this is surely it. Siege and Kragan, the first to fall, and Rolls will join them in the grave as Martinez sends Fabian there packing. Oh, we were looking for finally back-to-back rounds. It looks like we might have just got it. Martinez are waiting for the swing. Patience pays off. Moto also falls. That's finally...
In terms of the timeline for this one, obviously for Gentlemates, you're looking at a 2-0, stay alive in the lower bracket here at StarSeries Season 19, if they're able to win this game. Whereas if they lose this, pushed on to train, that'll be the deciding bookend. It's quick pace from 9 as well, as they hit like a pain train. Straight onto ramp and down towards B. The CTs attempting to react quickly enough. Mopaz shows the reaction speed here with the AK. The jewels are picture perfect. Finally 2 back for the T side, but it's handled. 7-5, they pop off. The Gentlemates back in form. Can they continue it in the second half? Find out after the break.
The other issue is, if 9 just come back in and just start rolling through the rounds once again, as it did for the vast majority of that first half, we're heading towards that 3.
Yeah, I think so. If it maintains pace like this, we'll find out swiftly, though, as we're back into the action. Rolls tapping away with the USPs. Good for 1 to slow down the drop through vent. Fathom, oh, you love it. Bides his time, trigger discipline, and teaches them a lesson. The belt comes out on the B bomb site, and it's only Alex that remains. Gentlemates ain't getting much out of this pistol.
No, just non-existent. Again, back to where they were. Doesn't feel like this is... you know, their map and the map in which they've looked so strong on time and time again. Alex, nice couple of shots. Winning from here is still incredibly hard, but Rolls is, well, more or less dead, if we're going to be frank. A strong gust of wind that he's going to be blown out of the surveys. 1 point of HP, and he's got a minute to try and decipher what the setup is.
Yeah, I mean, if you give Alex an inch, he'll absolutely take a mile here. Still got a lot of time to work with, like you say, but just got to hope he can isolate the jewels. If he can take 1v1s, it doesn't really matter. If they get a chance to double up, that's where it's problematic. He's paranoid about the other players, but doesn't know they're on the rafters. Quick headshot onto the low HP man of Rowls. 1v2. Can he somehow piece this clutch together and net himself an ace? A-star for Alex at the back of the site. But with 20 seconds, he's got to grab the bomb and make a move. A mad dash forward, baits the peak, but C-Jot hits it.
I think it's safe to say a bit of a sigh of relief there. Just 3 rounds away now on this nuke, and it's Kragan who does find that kill. It's Sorsal to fall on that lurk.
A 1v1 that can be so brutal to lose, and with C-Jot letting that one slip, it gets really brutal for him now. Worse, especially off the back of that one, finding the flank into the rear. Could have been a play down secret. Instead, it's 9 in a really uncomfortable spot once again. They've been in similar situations, though. And with Rouse round towards control room, let's see what more they can find. You got Mopos on the late rotate as well. He can come down and backstab once they forget about the potential of it, or try and go for the rotate play through vents back towards the A site, as Favin's repositioning as well. In reality, it's just Modo that's going to be here. Body seen, but Mopos can't initiate from it. Falls because of it. Oh, this is going to go so wrong so quickly, but they get past the scope. They're onto the site.
Uh-oh. Favin trying to spam to deny, but he cannot do exactly that. It's Alex who finds Favin. He's all on the shoulders of Rolls. It's still, if he was towards that top site, you could make the argument that this is actually a doable affair, but it's just he's nowhere near. He's towards that site. He'll break open the smoke as he sticks inside of his, at least for now. Crossfire opens up and Alex just gets caught. Nowhere to escape there, poor guy.
4 versus 5 space being taken round towards the back of vents, but the pressure as they made their move in through secret. Damage onto Rouse as well with the Molotov back towards T-Vent on upper, keeping them guessing. Paranoid about where exactly Gentlemates are, but they're already in position down on the B site, and South Soul's got a prime time angle to slow them down on the rotate. Contact found though, angle adjustment from Modo, and we're thrown into the 5 versus 3 retake.
Yeah, and of course you're going to give this one a look in. You've got the numbers. All you have to do is trade. Move as a pack, which they are doing. It'll come down to bank round just to get a little bit of damage towards Davy G, but nothing really all too major. They're going to barrel out a single door, and this could be a bloodbath potentially as Martineza gets 3. Looks for the 4th. He's closed off there. Davy G gets one of his own, and Modo, no chance in hell. Martineza just so sharp when he's called upon. Potential of a bit of worry starting to creep in for that CT side. It's a 2-round game. They buy back in, but to be honest, Jackie, they lose this round here. They lose the lead. Money will be broken next round.
Yeah, it could be so poor for them. It could all happen right here, right now. I mean, Kraken with the first at least, being able to show that one. Straight through the smoke, the bullet lands in the head of David G. Up top, Favin found Martineza, able to reply with the assist of South Soul for 2. And there's only a duo remaining on the CT side now for 9. Kraken traps round towards main with utility and the kit. Seajot looking for the assist on the creep back around. Elevated angle for him. Gets up towards the top. Martineza flicks off, expecting the fast peak. Utility utilized instead. Peek in from Kraken's good in the downtime, but it's all on Seajot now. No bomb planted, just the raw jewels to take. Drops in towards the site. Tried to spam. No tag, no frag, and another eruption from the Gentlemates.
That is
timing on it as he makes his rotation up. You can send in David G for the backstab towards the roof side on the walk up. Rest of the team hustling and bustling to burst out through Hut and Squeaky and execute towards this A site. If they could pull this off with a bastard, I mean, no one's going to be ready for this. You got no sightlines watching it now. This could be 2 or 3 picks off the back of it, uncontested. There's the first, looking for a bit more. Now the penny's dropped. Modo playing aggressive, but falls. Rouse with 1. There's the knock-on effect from Alex. Oh, the second's glorious.
What an A hit. What an A hit. Jar, he'll slip the net to avoid the flames, but Alex waits patiently for another. It'll be quite sad to see after what was a fantastic first.
Good things must come to an end, but for the Gentlemates, they're looking to continue their success. Rouse, though, had other ideas, short-lived perhaps, as the quick follow-up of 2 utility-based deaths brings us back to an equal situation. 3 on either side. Seajot, the man to defend towards ramp, the scepter in his hand, but can he rule over the Gentlemates? Peeks up for the first, good for 1. Reposition on the drop, baits in for Modo to peek and follow it up. It's good damage done. Mopos overwhelmed. They just need to finish him here. Tie it back up, 12-11. 1 round away from overtime now. Slower setup off the back of it. Seemed like they were testing the waters towards Hut initially. Now you're going to go for the execute over the top with the skylight. Quick responsive molly. Sets Hut ablaze. Stops them from being able to rush straight in. clear vision as well. Fathom gets contact, knows about 2 players, but Alex is out. Headhunts the first, rounds removed, backstab onto Fathom. Meanwhile, Modo gets taken out. Uh-oh, it looks like they want to end it right here. Nuke could be blown away with the Gentlemates taking a 2-0 and 9 being sent home from the tournament unless Seajock can clutch it.
This feels unlikely. 1 versus 3 for the Youngs. They try to bait out fights, and they're just not giving him an inch. Not giving him any sort of engagement. The right way to play it. The clock is their best friend, and they swing off the back of contact. Martinez to close, but my God, what a recovery from Gentlemates. Jackie, if we look back to that first half, let's be honest, they looked awful. There was nothing there. They could barely even get back-to-back rounds. And they end up closing it out with a fantastic flurry on that T-side.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.